Today we have some strong Town Hall 9 attacks on display for you. These aren't in any particular order in terms of the best attack at Town Hall 9, but these strategies on display will certainly help you to get the 3-star. We have a little bit of a variety for you, and obviously we will break these down with tips and tricks as we do in every single video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, diving into this first one, we actually have the mass dragons at Town Hall 9. Now there are a few things you want to look for in terms of base design. You can see that we have 2 air defense pretty much right next to each other. Now that is what you want to focus on. If you can wipe both of them out, you are set for using the dragons. Let's see how Jack gets this one done. All of the attacks today are by the feedaways, and if you want to join any of the UK War Alliance clans, be sure to check out my Discord down in the description. So as we get into this one, Jack is actually going to be able to pop up the 2 Teslas, which means when he puts in an earthquake spell followed by the lightning spells, he's actually going to be able to take them out at the same time. And if we pause for a brief second again, you can see that is now 2 air defense down, and that is what you want to look for with the dragons. But what about the other air defense? Now if you are new to my channel guys, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Now with the other air defense, you want to try and avoid them with your dragons. Ideally, you want to take one out with your heroes and one out with a little mini Lalo. So what you can see is the dragons come in from the opposite side of the base. They are going to be responsible for the queen, whilst we use our own queen up at the top for one of the air defense. And you will see in a second, we have a lava hound and a little mini Lalo here for the other air defense. You often want to use a haste spell for this little mini Lalo in order to get that area down quickly. And if you can progress from that to any other point defense, ideally an expo, then that is ideal. However, at this point, if you can take down 4 air defenses without the dragons ever getting in range of it, they will overpower the base. Now this first one is very base specific, and honestly guys, at Town Hall 9 there's actually a couple of strategies which could 3-star any single base design. I will link the best Town Hall 9 strategy right at the end of the video so that you can go ahead and watch that after this one, but I'll show you one attack using that strategy at the end as well. Let's get into the second attack for this video though, which is the Hog Riders. And if you do enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like because it does help out massively. And obviously if I do miss out on any tips, be sure to list them down in the comments section. Now for the Hog Riders, what you want to try and get out is the enemy king, the enemy queen and CC. So we're going to be able to do that on this one, coming in with a kill squad right the way down to this side. Now we do have bowlers in the clan castle at Town Hall 9. That is the best CC troop by far. Many people, if you don't have that, you can replace this with Valkyries. They're not going to get the bounce value that you can see the bowlers just took out that wizard tower, but they are a good alternative because essentially you're trying to get into the base. Your queen could reach that as well. Now looking at it from here, we actually have 1 wizard tower to the left. That's a splash damage defense. Other than that, we are all set. That is why the Hog Riders are good on this one. We've taken out this area here so the Hog Riders can circle around the bottom, and there's essentially no splash damage. We just have to watch out for giant bombs. Potentially next to this expo is always a location where you want to be watching out, but you do have your heal spells anyway. Now delays slightly and the mortar does get a shot off, but the Hog Riders had just enough health to glitch through that and essentially it's all good from there. Do not forget about your cleanup troops. You can see them just coming in on the back end there. There's a wizard as well. Always nice high damage troops to get the job done. Do consider any buildings on the inside as well. The clan castle went down because of the kill squad, but do try and pan out your attacks just in case there is any in the center. So 2 attacks down. Let's move on to the next one. Now this is the best attack strategy at Town Hall 9 without question. Now it depends how you want to put these in a list. I don't necessarily think it's the strongest, the witches. I do think there's better strategies. I do actually think the Lalo is a better Town Hall 9 strategy, but honestly you can 3-star any attack base with the witches. You might not get it first time, but I can almost guarantee you could get down pretty much every base with the witches, and these are 2 ways of doing it. The first one using the golems, and we'll show you the healers afterwards. So you basically create that tank initially, and you just want to set the funnel. We've got a few witches on either side coming down each side of the base, whilst we then have our main pack coming through the middle with the bowlers and the heroes. You can see the bowlers obviously able to get access through the base, and look at the bounce value that they get. Superb stuff. And a nice touch here is this skeleton spell just to distract that expo. We're not able to bounce onto it with the bowlers, but the skeletons are able to distract long enough that we can hopefully get through there. However, right as we're about to get through the wall, as you can see, the bowlers go in the other direction. Didn't quite work out perfectly, but one epic skeleton manages to get through and provide us access to the expo. So that is an important point though, guys. Essentially, you need access through the base with your troops. Most of the time this will be with 2 jump spells, 1 rage spell and 1 heal spell, and the poison for the clan castle. That's most of the time how you will end up doing this. And essentially your witches on the outside are responsible for clearing all of this, keeping your main pack in the middle, but the witches on the outside will also shoot to the defenses on the perimeter of that base. Right, let's get on to the final one with the healers. Again, I've shown you many Town Hall 9 witch videos, so I didn't want to pick too many witch attacks from this, but again, feederways do have Town Hall 9s, and it's a fantastic area in order to show them, and I'll try and get a lot more videos from them out as well. Whether that's the higher Town Hall levels, whether that's more of their league play. Again, if you join my Discord server, you'll be able to see all of the different UK War Alliance clans. When do you want to use the healers? Essentially, the healers are very good for the witches coming down either side just to keep them alive. Now if you can protect your healers, it's often a good idea to use them. It does get a bit hairy at the top here with this air defense, but as you can see, it's actually keeps the healers out of range. We do end up losing the healers here, but it's not because of the air defense, so unfortunate on that one. They are able to keep everything alive at the other side though, and you just need to think about how much damage they are actually going to take. If there is splash damage, you might want to consider using the healers. So for example, you can see wizard towers on either side. There was one here as well. Essentially, that can take out, if it takes out your skeletons, they can then take out the witches relatively quick, so the healers can be good for that. Now the bowlers on this one do come to the outside of the base alongside the queen, but as long as you've got enough firepower in the middle to take out the middle of the base, you can then get access to these defenses from the back end. So a lot of the time that is actually what will happen with the witches. As you can see, they've hollowed out the core of the base. That is enough. You've got the queen with the healers and the bowlers in order to do the rest. Now if you can hold on to the queen's ability, you do want to do that. And Thin White Duke getting it done for this one. Look at them witches in the middle. They just keep soldiering on because the skeletons can get spawned, take down that expo, ends up going down to a giant bomb, but the queen's going to get it done here with a couple of witches and overpower the rest of this base. Now if you are interested in seeing the best attack strategy at Town Hall 9, the witches, as we break it down in a bit more depth, I do have the video on the screen for you right now. But that wraps it up for this one, guys. Until next time, peace out.